All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. You ready for some high-speed action tonight? Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Iowa Speedway.
This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Indycar Series heads to Iowa Speedway. Little corn, boys. It's January the 6th, his 220-lap race at this first of the three ovals on the schedule this season. Who's got what it takes to tame the short oval? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, a little IndyCar action here at the Oval, the Iowa Speedway. A little corn for you tonight. That's what Iowa's known for. And it's all live right here on TurnLeftTV. All right, thank you so much for coming in here and joining me on TurnLeftTV. Man, we got a good one for you here today at Iowa Speedway. Little oval in the IndyCar series. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, owner of High Octane Racing League. And a short track at that. Not only an oval, but a short track. And it's round number 3 of the season. Today's race is brought to you by EliteHostUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server for your race league, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. And that's who provides our service here at High Octane Racing League. Don't forget to join us over to highoctaneracing.net. Quick link to our Discord server where we do most of our business. And you'll get updates of schedules, point standings, all the like. Quick links to TurnLeftTV and the broadcast for every series. Thanks for supporting High Octane Racing League. Thanks for coming into the YouTube channel. Appreciate you being here today. Really appreciate the support here at TurnLeftTV and High Octane Racing League. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Get this video out there for people to see. And then also, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thanks to all those new subscribers and all those people who stick with me here at TurnLeftTV. And don't forget to smash that bell. You'll get updates when races are going live. Good race here. This is race number 3 of the schedule. Next week, we have another oval, an egg-shaped oval at Gateway. I love this track. I've been to this track many times. I was actually in the Air Force stationed out in Illinois, on the western side of Illinois, right about half an hour away from this track. So I've been here many times. Road America coming up on the January the 20th and finishing out the season January 27th at IMS, my home track, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Just a few minutes here. Run a little bit behind here. We got into a little bit of a diatribe today with the drivers. And get them a little bit more focused and understanding what's going on here. But got a couple minutes left. Going a little bit over today. Say thanks to Dana Grover for doing the DM today, for jumping up, stepping up the game here for us, helping out. Still some short track racing. We had a great race last night in the Xfinity Series, the Bushwhacker Series. I just beat up the broadcaster night. I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and make it happen. There's just about a minute left before we head over to the qualification session. Let's take a look at the track here at Iowa Speedway. Little short track, D-shaped oval. Thanks to Alex Cootie for getting this track in the game for us. A little under a mile in length, 1.4 kilometers. Of course, as ovals are concerned, 4 turns. Spanking in the turn, 12 to 14 degrees. Front stretch at 10 degrees and the back stretch at 4 degrees. Little bump there between turns 1 and 2. Can be a little treacherous and upset the balance of the car, so you got to be Johnny on the spot there. Also, pitting can be a challenge here. Easy to speed on pit road. It's 35 miles per hour pit road speed, so this is a wide track for a short track. A lot of room to race here. The Indy cars do really, really well. This is one of the greatest IndyCar tracks, in my opinion. Certainly the best short track for Indy cars. And I'm glad we're here tonight, man. So thanks for joining us here on TurnLeftTV and supporting High Octane Racing League. These guys getting ready to go to the qualification session. Deli Jr., our stock car aficionado, looks like he's the top time here so far tonight. Holy Toledo. This guy can flat out drive anything, man. There's a little bit of battle there with GT3 cars, I think, sometimes. But he beats me up, that's for sure. All right, get ready to go to the quals. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be in action on Tuesday. The little short track action, Martinsville. I mean, short track of short tracks right there. These guys are going to be fender to fender, bumper to bumper, door to door in the High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks. That's coming up on Tuesday, January the 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Race number 5 of the season. So this guy's going to quali. Everybody's sort of waiting, trying to figure out what's going to happen here. It looks like Eugene Fedorov, the first one out here on the make his qualification attempt. Going to have about 12 drivers here once it's said and done. Eugene Fedorov out here. Oh, smacking the wall. 18.612, lap number 1. Smack that outside wall coming off turn 4. Really got to sling this car into the turns, man. Be brave. Stays off the wall that time. But he's got a faster lap. 18.382. How about that? Gordon Carter, his qualification tip, 3.82 is the time to be. 19.002, lap 1 for the Gordon Carter team. For us, 56 actually. $18.271, Gordon Carter to the top of the grid. He's been practicing. Valdo Spindola in the 9 car here today. 18.271. Gordon Carter, the Canadian, the top of the grid. Harvey Shepard here joining us in the chat. He's I think he might be racing today. Everything going all right here, man. Good luck to you today. 18.478 for Givaldo. Right now, 4th on the grid.
A lot of soul.
Let's see what lap number 2 is for Givaldo. Actually, that must be lap 3. He must have got his get 2 timed laps here. Alexei Martinov. $19.081 for lap number 1. Oh, into the wall there for Alexei. Hard hit. Oh, more contact there. 19.181 for Alexei. Picking up some dust there in the Deli Jr. out here on the track where he lands. He is fast in Sector 1. Sector 2 is blue as well. He was fastest in the practice session. 18.104, snatching P1 for Gordon Carter. Wow. Claudio Bardelli Jr. Alexei Salviev. So he's going to be fast. He's in the blue. 17.808. Oh, boy. That is lightning fast for Alexei. We know he can drive ovals, man. He's a great stock car driver as well. Coming out here in the chrome paint scheme. Looking great. 17.823. That second lap. So 8:08 is the time to beat, and I think that is it for Qualls right there. Maybe Harvey Shepard coming in here, and he's going to dive in on this last few moments. Got 5 minutes left to go. Harvey Shepard. Shepard, you got a little bit of work to do. 17.808 is the time to beat. 18.358 for Harvey. I think this track, though, it's just a matter of getting a good starting position, to be honest with you. Oh, into the wall there. Scrubs. Scuffing up those tires a little bit. So it looks like Qualls have ended. Well, it looks like Alexei will capture P1. Start in P1, I should say. All right, we're going to take a look at the standings, by the way, as we enter today's race. Alexei Salviev is in the lead. Alexander Meshkov sits second. William Snowden third. Eugene Fedorov fourth. Stanislav Pavlov is fifth in points. Andrei Fedin is sixth. Dana Grover seventh. Gordon Carter eighth. Dennis Yudichin is ninth. Givaldo Spindola sits 10th in points. Take a look at P11. Hugo Correa. Jesus Iglesias 12th. Roy Ton is 13th. Claudio Bardelli Jr. 14th. Franco Alvarez 15th. You see Harvey Shepard 16th. Ben Cage 17th. Emerson Sarkowski is 18th, John Stanley 19th, and Alexei Martinov is 20th in points coming into tonight's race. All right, looks like about 2 minutes left in the quals. Everybody has finished the qualification lap, but so thanks for joining us here. Let's get this party started. All right, looks like quals have ended. Take a look at the qualification results. Alexei Salviev, 17.808, Strawler qualifies in P1. Claudio Bardelli Jr. starts in the second position. Gordon Carter third. Dana Grover starts in the fourth position. Harvey Shepard starts in P5. Eugene Fedorov starts in the sixth position. Givaldo Spinella seventh. Dennis Udichin starts in the eighth position. And I don't know what we got there in ninth position. Those guys, I think, got kicked. Pavlov starts ninth. Martinov starts in the 10th position, I believe. Wow, that's a little funky. This is a wonderful thing about Studio 397. They can't seem to figure out some of the minor details. Warm-up session, and I'm going to show you my keys to the race here at Iowa Speedway. Corner entry here. This track really seems really pretty wide, especially in Indy cars, because they grip so well at this track. But man, it's all about corner entry here. So you saw some guys in the qualification session drifting up out of the turn and got into the wall. So you got to be really, really careful here. This thing does get loose late in the run. And also there is a little bump in between turn 1 and 2. Traffic management. You're definitely going to be racing in some lap traffic here today. So traffic management. Use that throttle control too. You can't mash that gas coming off the turn. It will cause that car to come around. Save your tires. Late in these long runs, you're going to want those fresh tires and make good pit stops. It is really easy to speed on pit lane here, as pit road speed is 45 miles per hour. That's actually a little faster than what I thought. Guys, just finishing up the warm-up session. About 4 minutes, a little under 4 minutes left to go before we get the command to start the engines. We may have to do a restart here with some of those guys like losing connections and stuff. Well, let's see. Who is my pick to win this race? I am going to go with the stock car aficionado today. My pick to win this race is Bardelli Jr. Claudio Bardelli Jr. Listen, this guy races a lot of oval laps, man. I realize he's a little bit out of his element here in the Indy cars, but he's lightning fast here today. He knows how to get these cars around an oval. Certainly about any car that he gets in, he knows how to get it around the oval. I think this guy's got what it takes here to break home the victory here. Crossing over from stock cars, jumping in the Indy cars today, and he has already shown that he is lightning fast. So we'll see how that translates today in the race.
Gotta love rFactor too. Here, look at that.
Hey, where are your back tires at, bro? Oh, RF2, man. They almost get it, man. They almost have it. Oh. The Studio 397. I used to call them three guys in a garage with a bong. Oh, I kid, but man, these guys really do have a great sim as far as physics, really top notch. All right, boys and girls, get ready. So it looks like we had some drivers here joining after warm-up has ended, even though we were a little bit over the time. They're joining, so that's why we've had to restart this race, or restart the warm-up session. So it looks like these guys have now figured it out. We got everybody in here who's decided to drive. A little disrespectful. Okay, we're going to take a look at the starting order. Starting order here today. Alexei Salviev starts P1, Claudio Bardelli Jr. second, Gordon Charter third. Dana Grover starts in the fourth position. Starting in P5 will be Harvey Shepard. Eugene Fedorov starts sixth. Alexei Martinov starts seventh. Ben Cage starts in the eighth position. Starting in ninth is Emerson Sirkowski. Dennis Schuderson starts 10th. Givaldo Spindola starts in the 11th position. Stanislav Pavlov starts in 12th. Starting in 13th is Hugo Correa. Hank Steneker starts in the 14th position. Again, we'll take a look at the keys to the race here. Corner entry, baby. It's easy to get baited into dive bombing. Got to manage that traffic, manage your throttle coming off the turns, and save those tires. You're going to need them late in the runs and make good pit stops here at Iowa. So we had a driver miss the grid. Martinov missed the grid here, it looks like. So Salviev and Bardelli Jr. side by side here for the start at Iowa. Hopefully everybody exercised a little bit of patience here on this start. Martinov, who's supposed to be starting in P7, still in the pits. So here we go. Green flag going to drop this time, baby. Salviev on the inside. Bardelli Jr. up on the outside line.
Green flag, green flag.
And we're green. Bardelli Jr. gets a heck of a jump there on the outside. Bardelli Jr. on the outside. Alexei Salviev on the inside line. Bardelli Jr. closes in there down on the inside line. Coming off the turn, Bardelli Jr. going wide. Salviev on that inside. Just behind him is Harvey Shepard. Dana Grover in fourth. Ben Cage is in the fifth position. Salviev to the inside. Salviev in that 72 car to the inside line. And Bardelli Jr. up on the outside. And Salviev now takes the race lead. Behind his car at that battle there as Bardelli Jr. holding on to that. But Harvey Shepard looking a little racy here on lap 3. Take a look at Dana Grover here running in P4. Trax VR sponsor machine. What a great looking paint scheme that is, huh? As out now Ben Cage running behind him. He and Harvey Shepard are teammates. You see those guys working together on the high line. Dana Grover trying to pull off that pass. Shepard battling back on the outside line. Ben Cage peeking on that inside. Dana Grover looking a little racy here. He wanted to get around. Claudio Bardelli Jr., a couple oval aficionados here, stock car racers. The 89 car trying to pick up a position. Take a look at Emerson Sirkowski and Givaldo Spindola. Spindola getting that spot. Spindola running, he is running in the 6th position in the 9 car. Sirkowski on the inside line of Ben Cage. Oh, the teammates getting together up there. They're swapping some, I shouldn't say swapping paint, but swapping some tires. Look at that, the teammates just ahead. That is Harvey Shepard and Ben Cage. P4, P5, Ben Cage up in the dust. And that was getting racy right there with the teammates. Take a look at that replay. These guys got a little bit racy here. This is Harvey Shepard to the inside. Take a look here at that battle right here. This is a replay. Harvey Shepard, Ben Cage, those guys got together. So we missed that one. Hank Staneker here trying to move up. He's running in the was running in the 10th position. Now looking up to pick up P9 and gets around Givaldo. They're still side by side. Givaldo battling back. Now gives Stedeker that spot. Stedeker up to P9. Ben Cage, Claudio Bardelli Jr. Ben Cage down to the inside. Bardelli Jr. up on the outside line. Ben Cage picking up P3. Bardelli Jr. falling back to 4th. Oh, Bardelli Jr. trying to peek around. He didn't want to give up that spot. And Ben Cage takes it. Hank Staneker continuing to battle Givaldo Spindola. Hank Staneker on the inside now gets around Givaldo. Givaldo now falling behind in the 8th position. Staneker now up to P7. Dennis Yunichin. And Stanislav Pavlov getting after it. How about Stanislav coming out here in the Indy cars? That's 62. Hugo Correa also in this mix too. Correa trying to get around Pavlov. Back it off a little bit. You hear that tire scrub right now off of Dennis Yunichin's machine. Pavlov's got a good run, but Dennis Yunichin slamming the door. Those guys having a fist fight right now. Hugo Correa and Stanislav Pavlov just punching each other in the mouth right now. As we go back up here to our race leader, Stanislav Pavlov. Take a look at that side-by-side view here as Salviov is the leader. We're taking a look at Hank Staneker running in the 6th position in the 11 car. Starting to roll up on some traffic there. Good battle there just ahead, and as Sirkowski and Bardelli Jr. Take a look at Emerson Sirkowski here running in P4. Bardelli Jr. running in the 5th position. Sirkowski, one of those great stock car drivers as well here, mixing it up in the Indy cars. He's got a good run here going for P4. Just ahead of him is Ben Cage running in the 3rd position. Grover having a heck of a race here so far. He's running in the 2nd position. So you see Bardelli Jr. back to P5 after starting in P2. And Hank Staniker here now having a look. Long race. Here we're on lap 22. 220 laps scheduled today. Staniker to the inside. Bardelli Jr. and Hank Staniker battling. And Staniker here pulling off that pass. Now up to P5 as Bardelli Jr. goes back to P6. Give up some positions here. Hugo Correa and Denis Junichin side by side. Stanislav Pavlov just ahead of him. Good little fist fight right here. As Correa now picks up P11. Junichin back to P12. Salviev is the leader, and he has a 4-second lead over Dana Grover. And we knew that Salviev was going to be one of those fast drivers here tonight, man. He has had a heck of a season winning the first 2 races, and in convincing fashion as well. He had a little challenge at Indy Road Course, but absolutely pummeled the field at Mid-Ohio. And here he is mixing it up on the ovals. And we know that Salviev is a great oval car driver as well. He races with us in the stock cars, and he does a great job. Unfortunately, Martinov did not make the grid. He was on pit lane. We're already about 20 minutes late on this series start time today. For some reason, didn't make the grid. Dana Grover running in P2. Take a look at him. Running into second position. And he's got Ben Cage here closing in. Take a look at Dana Grover. Has Ben Cage about 4/10 back. Grover a little bit better off turn 4. A lot of oval experience here for Dana Grover. Staniker now mixing it up here with Emerson Sirkowski. Hank Staniker now picking up a position as Sirkowski drops back to P5. Staniker up to P4. Big battle here. Givaldo Spindola and Hugo Correa. Givaldo on the outside line. Hugo Correa on the inside line. This is for P10. And Givaldo holding on to that spot. That was a challenge there. Back and take a look at this. This is out of Givaldo's machine right there. As you see Hugo diving down to the inside and not able to pull off that pass. You need a little bit more track. Need that lane that Givaldo had to be able to pull off that pass. Gordon Carter. Stanislav Pavlov. Gordon Carter is the outside line, a little bit of the preferred line here. As we know, Stanislav is a stock car aficionado as well. One of our great Russian drivers. Pavlov, man, he loves stock cars too. 62 car out mixing it up here in the Indy cars and battling. Gordon Carter on the outside. And what a clean battle these guys are having. Good battle with those guys on that. Looks like Gordon Carter going to hold on to that position. Hank Staniker here starting to move up. Staniker pulling off a pass, now up to P2. 6 seconds back to P1. It's like we got some stock car royalty in here. Jelson Claudio and Neto in here wishing Sirkowski the win. See Gordon Carter and Stanislav Pavlov still having a battle. we got a car off the pit. We got a car with some stuff on the track, it looks like. Looks like some, I wish Studio 397 would figure out how to make that stuff disappear after it's been out there a while. Something happened to Givaldo. Take a look and see what happened to him. Oh, it looked like he got absolutely annihilated into the wall. Looks like he got put into the wall here. Hard contact for him. Let's take a look. And right there, the 77 car up into Givaldo. Udichin made contact with Givaldo, and Givaldo is in big trouble. Missing a tire, missing the wing, and he has retired his machine. Let's take a look at this again. It looked like Udichin just tried to dive in and gets up the track and gets into Givaldo, and that was a hard lick. And it looked like Fedorov had a ringside seat for that too. Out of Fedorov's machine right there. Oh, tires flying. Take a look here. Is this contact just ahead? You see that contact, and Givaldo straight into the wall. We got pieces and parts flying everywhere. And Givaldo has retired his machine. A tough break there for Givaldo. Just dove into that turn and got into him. Going on board here with Dennis. He got a heck of a run here on the inside, but drifts up and gets into Givaldo, and then Givaldo into the wall. Stanislav Pavlov, Gordon Carter here battling it out. Stanislav Pavlov picking up a spot as Gordon Carter falling back. As Salviev now getting around. Gordon Carter now one lap down. I think Pavlov's going to be one lap down too. We'll take a look at Salviev. .8 second lead over Hank Steneker. Dana Grover is in third. Sirkowski fourth. Ben Cage is in fifth. Two cars out of the race, Spindola and Martinov out of the race. Hank Steneker looking to pick up a spot here. Emerson Sirkowski, Ben Cage here battling it out. Cage up on the outside line. Sirkowski on the inside. And Sirkowski moving up. He is now up to P4. And Ben Cage back to P5. Sirkowski also, what a great broadcaster he is too. I know Rodrigo Vincente has sort of transitioned over to, and he's, the best I've ever heard, to be honest with you. But this team, Sirkowski and Rodrigo Vincente, do a great job broadcasting races at 11 TV. And I know Rodrigo is sort of doing his own thing in real broadcasting, not just sim racing, just real broadcasting now. And if you've ever heard Rodrigo's voice, you understand why. That guy is fantastic. His flow is amazing. But Sirkowski also doing a great job as that color commentator at 11 TV. And here he is mixing it up, running in P4 today. Let's take a look at Hugo Correa. Correa running in the 10th position. Good top 10 run here for him. Been kind of quiet for Hugo Correa. He is one lap down in the 10th position. Stanislav Pavlov running in 8th is the first car one lap down. Got some chatters in here. So again, Gelson Neto in here, and Robillard said good luck, and thanks to Todd for doing the drivers meeting today. And Hammer in here. Is that MC Hammer? Can't touch this. Sorry, that's the MC Hammer joke. Salviev is the leader. That lead has diminished as Staneker is starting to close in. That 1v1 battle here, now under a second in length. That gap has gone from about 7 seconds down to about 1 second. So closing in is Hank Staneker. And Salviev continuing to lead. He's rolling up on some lap traffic here. See Harvey Shepard there in P8. It's going to give Staneker a lot of room, but he wants to hold on to that spot, so he's going to drive his line, but he's going to give that bottom line, I think, to Salviev. Salviev now goes to the high line. Ready to do the crossover move here. Salviev wants to get around. Trying to put a car between he and Staneker. And this little battle here is going to help Staneker out a little bit. And now Salviev gets by. Gordon Carter indicating he's going to be coming down pit road this time. So Gordon Carter indicating he's going to be making a pit stop. So we got some guys, I believe, who have decided it's time to come down pit lane. Dana Grover's on pit lane. So he's the one coming onto pit lane. We're taking a look at Dana Grover on pit lane here on lap 60, the first of the drivers to make. Oh, it looks like Gordon Carter is on pit lane there. Dana Grover on pit lane as well. Grover might have got into the back of Gordon Carter on pit lane. Is Alexis Salviev the leader? Dana Grover finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Man, it doesn't take long to get 4 tires and fuel here in the Indy cars. Now in P11. I would suggest to you that some of these other drivers are going to be coming down pit lane here very, very soon. Hugo Correa on pit lane. Hugo Correa, we'll take a look at him on pit lane, finishing up his pit stop. So Salviev is our leader. Take a look at Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. running in the 3rd position. And looks like Bardelli Jr. is going to be coming down pit lane, I believe. Well, that doesn't look to be the case. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Looks like Emerson Sirkowski is on pit lane. You take a look at Bardelli Jr. here in the 3 car. Sirkowski on pit lane. Finishing up his pit stop here on lap 66. And now we know about what distance you can go on fuel. Looking at that 65, 70 lap maybe range. Long race here. As Sirkowski rejoins the racing service in P9. Alexei Salviev is leading as he's got some company. 4/10 back is Steniker. Take a look at the second position, Hank Steniker. That battle's starting to tighten up here now, 0.3 of a second, P1, P2. And I want to send out some kudos to Alex Cootie for making this track in RF2. It is an awesome track. And I think this track is absolutely perfect for Indy cars. When you talk about a short track, you're thinking, hey, what short track can we do in Indy cars? This is the one. Salviev that inside here as he's trying to get around some lap traffic. Those guys on fresher tires too. Not an easy task to do here on old tires. 73 laps on those tires. And that's caused this battle to heat up here. Steniker now closing in on the race leader. See, Salviev is the race leader. Steniker has closed in. And Claudio Bardelli Jr.'s closed in. Excuse me, that's not Claudio Bardelli Jr. Who the hell is that? Oh. It's almost as if I know what I'm doing here. 62 is Stanislav Pavlov. A lot of yellow cars out there, man. Take a look at that Ben Cage here. He's running in P7. Pretty good race here. Good top 10 run for him in the 15 car. Just behind him, Gordon Carter on the track. Dennis Judicic here in P5. Good P5 run here for Dennis. Now, I know he's probably still got to make a pit stop here, but we are looking at some major traffic here right now. Dennis Judicic running in the 4th position now as Ben Cage and Bardelli Jr. on pit lane. That was some traffic. Harvey Shepard running in P4 as Fedorov. We haven't talked too much about Fedorov tonight. Fedorov not peaking. Fedorov peaking. Fedorov peaking on that inside, and he had to give up the ghost there. Boy, he really drove that car down to the inside, trying to get around, man. He is wanting around badly. As we're starting to see guys coming off the pit lane, and it adds to the confusion after making pit stops here. But Fedorov tried to get around Harvey Shepard. And now you got some lead lap cars. Don't you go 3 wide. That is dangerous. And this is a little dangerous right now. As Bardelli Jr. sees the urgency to try to get around some of this lap traffic. Now a little patient here. Lets it sort out and gets around. Man, that could have been disastrous right there. But that battle with Fedorov and Judicic still going on. These guys good friends off the track too. You see Bardelli Jr. in P9. He's wanting to get around. He is a lead lap car. And Udichin says, I'm coming down pit lane now. Use those tires up. Time for me to get some fuel and get going.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow flag! Yellow flag as Staniker has come around. Wow. Yellow flag. After that's going to catch a lot of people a lap down. Salviev is the leader. And now we've got a lot of drivers that are a lap down. But Salviev undoubtedly has to make pit stops. Some of these guys that made pit stops will probably stay out. He cannot serve. Let's take a look at the crash here. Staniker spins and then into the wall. Just a self-spin right there, maybe on cold tires after coming off pit lane. So we'll take a look here again as, just a lot of heat going into those cold tires there early on. A lot of work on those cold tires, and he spins, he gets into the wall. Go on board here with him, and you're going to see this car break loose as he enters the turn. You see a lot of rubber down on the track here. Oh, man, just thing snaps around on him and into the wall. As we go back to live, Alexis Salviev now pitting that car. So out, Alexis Salviev on pit lane. And that's going to let us do a little bit of a reset here. So Salviev the leader, and now Surkowski back on that lead lap, although he is at the tail end of the lead lap. And it does look like we got a little bit of a reset. So Salviev, Surkowski, Pavlov, Fedorov, Udichin, and round out the top five. Bardelli Jr., Correa, Grover, Carter, and Staniker rounding out the top 10. And what a gift to Alexis Salviev in his way. I know he doesn't want to do it this way, but he is now pretty much a lap ahead of of the whole field. And Surkowski is now going to get a wave around. because he's ahead of the leader, so a little bit of a gift to him too. We're getting ready to go back green. It's single file restart here under green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
All right, back to green. Here we go. Salviev leading the field here as they go back green. Sirkowski got back on the lead lap. Good news there for him. And now you're going to see some guys take some risk here to try to get back on the lead lap. Pavlov in his 62 car, pushing it here on the inside. He wants back on the lead lap. And Sirkowski holding on. And what a battle here we have in this mix back in the pack. Take a look at Fedorov running in P4. Now to the back of his car, we have a mess right now. Guys are going to start taking some risks here. Dana Grover to the inside. Eugene Fedorov running in the 4th position in this 8 car. And Dana Grover climbing up under the back of him right now. Dana Grover in 2nd. Now he is 2 laps down. Now after our first caution flag of the race, hopefully our only caution flag of the race, Grover now 3rd in line, but he is 2 laps down in the 7th position. Hank Stedeker here trying to play some catch up after the caution flag. Now picking up a spot here in, now he's going to get another spot, getting around Grover. Dana Grover battling back on the outside, however. Alexei Salviev is our leader. Take a look at this, man. Claudio Bardelli Jr. and Dennis Unichin battling 3-car of Bardelli Jr. to the inside and gets around Unichin. Unichin battling back on the outside line, though. That outside line, I think, is the preferred line overall. And almost need that line, although Bardelli Jr. didn't have to use it this time, but almost need that line. It's going to leave the door open. Leave the door open there. As but that was Hugo Correa. Also, those guys have exactly the same paint scheme except for the number. You see Emerson Sirkowski getting by. Sirkowski running in P2. Ben Cage also got by. He is in the 11th position. So we got a lot of guys here sort of mixed around in the field. Hank Stedeker to the outside of Dana Grover. Dana Grover on the inside of that Trax VR-sponsored 89 car. And Stedeker gets by. Now back up to P7. So those guys that didn't stay out and stretch that fuel, they really got snookered, and Salviev was the guy who stayed out. Salviev, Sirkowski now running in the 2nd position. He's trying to weave his way through traffic. He is 8.5 seconds down to the race leader. Trying to sneak through. Just behind him is the 47 car of Dennis Unichin. On board here with Emerson Sirkowski. See Ben Cage just ahead in the 11th position. On board here with our 2nd place car. See the 5th place car, Claudio Bardelli Jr. as well. Just ahead, crossing the start-finish line. A lot of laps to go here. A lot could happen. One caution flag, 102 laps in. As we've gone back green. How about Stanislav Pavlov here running in the third position? I mean, this guy, he's a champion in our stock cars. And this guy out here mixing it up in the Indy cars and has a P3 run going. How about that, huh? Great guy. And it really knows a lot about, RF2. He's been a great source of information for me. And here he is mixing it up in the 62 car running in P3. Eugene Fedorov. I'd say of all the folks from that side of the world that I'm close with, Fedorov probably keeps in more contact with me. And, we have establish a pretty tight friendship here, man. So great to learn about his life and his family and what the weather's like in his area of the world. And he comes out and joins us in the stock cars as well. He is right now running in P4. Running in the fifth position is Claudio Bardelli Jr. There's a little bit of a gap there. Between about 2.3 second gap between he and Fedorov, who's in P4. Bardelli Jr., who started in second, now running in P5. Now Gordon Carter here in the 56 car. Top 10 run for Gordon. He is 2 laps down in that 56 machine. These are Canadian drivers. They're going to close in on Hugo Correa, who's just ahead, about half a straight up. See him drifting up the track a little bit. Gordon Carter closing that distance. Both those guys 2 laps down. And Salviev is our leader, and he has owned this race so far. And luck's been on his side a little bit as well. Obviously, with the timing of the caution flag. Not that he would really have needed anything like that, but that certainly has helped him, giving him a little bit of a comfort zone. Now only one other car on the lead lap. Harvey Shepard here running in P12 in the 24 car. I think it's actually, since they got skin uploads, it doesn't actually match the number or whatever that number is on the car. It's like 25 to me. As I peer through it with my both bifocals, maybe it's 5. Oh, it's the 5 car. See, no, it's the 5 car. There you go. He's like, hey, man, can I make this number any larger for you? No. Come on. Hey, dude, I'm 57, almost 57 years old. RV Shepard here, running in P12. Got caught a little bit here with the pit stop sequence. And had some trouble there early on as well. But he is 4 laps down, plugging away in the 12th position. Ahead of him is his teammate, Ben Cage, or one of his teammates. He is running in the 11th spot, 3 laps down. Up at the back of his car, you see Emmet Zurkowski, who is in P2. He is the only other car on the lead lap right now. He's on lap 117. Here out of the throttle there a little bit for Ben Cage. As he rolls up on the back of Dennis Schuderchik, who's running in P6. Schuderchik's got a great run going here. Maybe hoping to crack the top 5. Everybody's sort of content where they are right now. Not a lot of position changes. If you take a look at Ben Cage running in P11. Sirkowski just behind him, who is in the second position. He is 16 seconds down to the race leader. Looking at somewhere on the order of about 19, almost 20-second laps. So a little bit of urgency, I think, for him. You see, that car's a little tight there coming through the turns. See how much he's turning that wheel to the left. That car is a little bit tight. Out here, downshift and try to set that car up. Maybe break that car, the back end loose a little bit, help set the back end up so he doesn't have to turn it so much here. You see here, right here, a little bit tight. You see how that car's drifting up. Off through turns 3 and 4, that car is a little tight. Didn't downshift that time. And here he's downshifting. See here he's scrubbing off some speed, downshifting. Does not want to drift up into Ben Cage. And that's going to allow Hank Steneker to close in and get by. So this is going to hit, hurt Sirkowski's. And Sirkowski stayed out. He made a pit stop. He stayed out to try to get back on the lead lap, which is a pretty good gamble. Take a look at Hank Steneker running in the 7th position. Dana Grover running in P8. He is 2 laps down in the 89 car. Trax VR sponsored machine. Too bad the Trax VR is on holiday hours. This would be great to race in the Indy cars from that facility. These guys up in the Calgary area providing sim racers a place to race. Hugo Correa, he's running in the 9th position, 2 laps down. In the looks like he's coming off the track to come down pit lane. So Hugo Correa, didn't hear anything about pit stops there. Is now running in P9, but he is making a pit stop. It looks like now dropping back to the 10th position, so he's giving up some spots to come down pit lane. Interesting strategy by Correa. Maybe he's trying to do that pit stop and then be good the rest of the race. That's Correa on pit lane. Interesting pit stop here for Hugo Correa. He now finishes that up here on lap 128, finds himself on pit lane. Now coming back out on track. Maybe some strategy there by Hugo. Alexei Salviev, the leader. The image of Sirkowski just behind him in P2, now 1 lap down. Sirkowski had some trouble with that lap traffic, but also, remember, he gambled to stay out so he could stay on the lead lap. And now he finds himself 1 lap down, but he is right behind the leader. You know he's going to have to make a pit stop a little bit earlier because, again, he stayed out. He pitted under green. The 55 car here. And now we're starting to see some guys come down pit lane. So back to Sirkowski. He gambled a little bit. And that's a good gamble. He is a little bit off sequence with the race leader. Gordon Carter indicating he's going to be coming down pit lane, and we do see the 56 car on pit lane. 45 miles per hour. We need to get the animated pit crews. Wouldn't that be awesome? One of the many things that we need to see out of Motorsport Games. Studio 397, if you will. Battle here between Staniker and Fedorov. Fedorov on the outside line. Staniker diving down to the inside and picking up in that spot. Trying to weave his way through traffic. See Claudio Bardelli Jr. up on the outside line right there. Not easy to make a pass here at Iowa. Going to have a little help there from that guy on the outside line. And Staniker does pick up that position on the track, not on the grid, as he is running in fourth position, one lap down. I guess that was fourth position. We go back and take a look at that pass. Maybe. Down to the inside there is Staniker battling Bardelli Jr. And picks up that spot. Salviev is our leader here. What the heck is going on, man? The cameraman is he's on something, I think. How about J-Man BR in here? Wow, man, we're bringing all the big names here today. J-Man BR, Claudio Lima coming out here to join us. Good to see him, and you more than welcome to race with us, man. We'd love to have you out here racing with us. It'll be stock cars, Indy cars, GT3, whatever it is. One of the happiest guys I know, man. Racing with NASCAR BR and also TT Cha-Cha's league. Always happy and a lot of laughter coming from Claudio Lima, man. It's just infectious. Just spreads to everybody, man. He just has a way of brightening everybody's day. And they seem to have a really, really good time being around his friends and racing. Take a look at Dana Grover here in the Trax VR machine, picking up a spot. As it looks like Sirkowski has come down pit lane. Make his pit stop. He is now 3 laps down. That's an interesting deal out of Sirkowski. So a lot has changed for Emmons Sirkowski. Now finds himself 3 laps down as he rejoins the racing surface. Not sure what happened there. We missed the pit sequence there for him. Take a look at here. This a little bit earlier. He's giving up some spots here. But I think he made a pit stop now and has found himself 3 laps down. Maybe a little bit of gambling on the setup. Milo in here as well. Bartelli Jr., the best samba singer in HORL. Wow. I don't know, man. I've never tried samba before. Maybe I can do it. Good to see Danilo in here. Salviev actually picking him up and putting him down right now on lap 148, so we're under 100 to go. Salviev got the first 2 wins of the season. Mid-Ohio and then Indy road course last week, and now setting himself up for a win here in the first oval of the season. A little bit older tires here, so you see some lap traffic getting by. And Sirkowski now picking up a spot. See that car, man, that car entering the turn there looked like it got a little bit loose on him. On board here with Salvia. You got to be really careful. Turns 1 and 2, there's a little bit of a bump where the tunnel is, I believe. Right there, that car is tight and loose. It's a little bit tight, but also a little snappy loose right there. See, that's a little oversteer. Back here and take a look at Gordon Carter. Running that 56 car. Just ahead of him, Claudio Bardelli Jr., but Gordon Carter running in the 11th position, 4 laps down. He's already done, I think, his final pit stop. Sirkowski now battling Dana Grover. Grover to the outside. And Sirkowski gets around. Now picks up P7 as Dana Grover falls back to P8. Best samba singer in at HORL. I love that. We call him Samba Man. Claudio is Samba Man. And seen some videos of him singing and loves the music and great singer. Great, I think he plays like a ukulele or something like that. I'm not sure. The little small guitar, stringed instrument. I should say guitar, but a little small stringed instrument. Ukulele or something like that, I believe. So Sirkowski getting around, trying to weave his way back through. He is 2 laps down in P7. How about Dennis Udichin, man, running in the 6th position. Good run here for him as the race leader just behind him. Udichin wants to try to keep him going 2 laps down, but I'm sure he's getting that blue flag. As Salvia just behind. Now going down to the bottom side here, and Udichin's going to give him a lot of room. Right there as you see Salvia going by. Bardelli Jr. off the track to come down pit lane. Right there, Bardelli Jr. making a pit stop here. The 3 car, you got to be really careful here. 45 miles per hour. Pit road speed as Bardelli Jr. making a pit stop. I suspect these guys have one more pit in them. Bardelli Jr. undoubtedly got his lap pit stop in, but I think they got one more pit stop in them. Now Bardelli Jr. has finished up his pit stop, coming back up on track. Might have slammed the wall there as he rejoined the racing surface. Gotta be really careful about that. As he trying to weave his way through traffic on fresher tires. Dana Grover now on pit lane. So Grover on pit lane in the 89 car. Finishing up his pit stop here on lap 163. Now in P11. Take a look at Harvey Shepard here. He has a little bit of a challenging day today, but keeps plugging away here, looking for a points day. Running in P12. Me and Hugo Correa, Ben Cage, all teammates. Take a look at Hugo Correa, the teammate. And Correa looks like he's coming down pit lane here in the 11th position. Now giving up a spot. So on pit lane is Hugo Correa. And I think our race leader is going to come down pit lane too. I think I'm hearing him say he's going to be making a pit stop here soon. 72. Might have been Fedorov there. Might have my my drivers mixed up. Might have been Fedorov that came down pit lane. Take a look at Fedorov here in the right now running into 7th position. Oh no, look at this. Oh, I've got to see this. Punk rocker, there you go. Oh man, how about that, huh? He's missing his back tires. Studio 397, almost there. And Sirkowski now up to P2. Sirkowski, how about this? In the 55 car. To the outside. There you go, the 55 car, Emerson Sirkowski getting by. He is in P2. Sirkowski 2 laps down. Right now, the guy picking him up, putting him down is Alexis Salvia here on lap 172. Let's hit the tires on the TT NASCAR. You mean that tire right there? That one? Let's run out there and pick it up. Come on, Claudio. I need you to run out there and pick up that tire. All right, Salvia, the race leader, on pit lane. So our race leader on pit lane. Could be a big one, man. You don't want to speed. That would be devastating here for him. And he finishes up his pit stop, coming back out on track. And Sirkowski now back on the lead lap. Although 16 seconds back. A little bit older tires here, but a good gamble. It really is at this late in the race. Good gamble to pit early. And hope for a caution flag.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, no! No, no, no! Oh, boy! Staniker. Thanks, Staniker here. Let's take a look and see what happened to him. Then he spins the car and he slams the wall and there's fire. Wow, that car is blasted. And that changes things, right? Let's take a look here again. Staniker here, and he just breaks loose. And the car comes around on him. And it's slamming the wall. Oh, man. And Fedorov had a rig side seat for this too, I believe. Look at that. Tires flying everywhere. Oh, wow. Hank Staniker comes around. We'll see who got through here and hit this tire. Dana Grover might have, Dana Grover I don't think slammed the tire. Right there, Gordon Carter hits the tire. Look at that. Wow. Take a look at Gordon Carter's machine. He is going to hit this tire. As they right here. Oh, and there's a suspension part as well. Slams that. Wow. On board here with Gordon Carter. And Staniker slamming the wall. And then Gordon Carter going to slam this tire. Look at this. Whoa! I think he knocks it over the fence. Parts and pieces all over the track. That was a hard lick there for Staniker. On board here with him. You can watch this car. Just going to break loose. Boom. Right there. Man. And then fire. Out of the race there for him. What a tough break. As we go back to live, and the guys making pit stops here. And it's Sirkowski on the lead lap, and that is the miracle that he was hoping for. So, I don't know. We're going to blame that one on Claudio Lima. He said something about tires, and there you go. Now you see a tire on the track. We see a tire flying off. We see our car hitting a tire, and I'm blaming it on Claudio Lima. So, Alexei Salviev the leader, but Sirkowski back in the game. Wow. That tire right there, nobody's brave enough to run out on the track and get that. Todd Robillard is setting up a short track showdown. 2 cars on the lead lap. I think, let's see, well, we're not 15 to go or not, but if this was 15 to go or less, I think that they would be, the lap down cars would be shuffled to the back. But, man, now I think you're going to turn up the juice here. This late in the race, I think you're going to turn up the juice, and I mean the intensity. Salviev is our leader. Sirkowski second. Udichin third. Pavlov fourth. Bardelli Jr. is in fifth. So we have 3 cars, 1 lap down. They're going to be racing with each other. So now you're going to have to keep your fingers crossed here that everybody exercises somewhat of patience here and doesn't get too aggressive. Or we're going to find ourselves caution fest. So Salviev now has another car on the lead lap. Only 1.9 seconds back here, of course, under caution. But Sirkowski back in the game a little bit. He is back in the pack somewhat, so that does give Salviev some breathing room. And Sirkowski has been fast and a little lucky here tonight, too, to get back on the lead lap. And we're back to green. As Salviev trying to open up as much gap as he possibly can here on the start. Got a lot of cars there between him and P2. Already you see the 3 wide. Dana Grover in a hornet's nest right now. Look at that on board here with Dana Grover. Martelli Jr., Pavlov, Shepard, all those guys racing for a position. Dana Grover running in the 8th spot in a 77 car. Each in the first of that group here. He is 1 lap down, but running in P3. Look at this mess right now. Wow! Look at 3 wide here. Got to be really careful. On the outside, going to leave the door open on that inside line. There's a 62, Stanislav Pavlov trying to get through. Bardelli Jr. in this mix. That is for position between he and Unichin. P3, P4. Bardelli Jr. in the 3 car, running in the 3rd position. As Unichin running in 4th, Pavlov is in 5th. Take a look at Stanislav Pavlov in the 5th position. We got a good battle for position up here. We got Dana Grover kind of wedged in. Side by side there. Dana Grover to the inside of Dennis Unichin. Grover trying to push the issue here. Unichin trying to hold on, maybe keep that car in between he and Pavlov. And Pavlov gets by. Now sets his sights on Dennis Unichin. This is for P3. Stanislav Pavlov in a 62 car. Running in P5. I guess this is P4. Sorry about that. The 47 holding on. Ben Cage now in this mix. Ben Cage 2 laps down. The lead car 2 laps down. He is running in the 6th position. Eugene Fedorov back there as well. That gap there between Salviev and Surkowski now 5.5 seconds. Martelli Jr. here having a battle. Martelli Jr. on the outside now, diving down to the inside. Looking to get around Pavlov and Unichin. Ben Cage just in front. And Martelli Jr. picking up 2 spots right there. Now up to P3. Unichin falls back to 4th, but Pavlov is challenging. Wow, that is crazy. Take a look at Pavlov on the outside as those guys go 3 wide underneath him. Ben Cage in the 15 car down below. Pavlov now closing the door on him. Cage is a little bit loose. Coming off the turn. Now Unichin falling back there just a little bit. In line. As Bardelli Jr. solidifies there that 3rd position. I'll take that back. There we go. We got a couple of cars here looking very similar. On board here with Stanislav Pavlov. Unichin working that outside line, that 47 car. Unichin using the run on the outside line, getting that position back. Unichin now back up to P4. Pavlov is in P5. These guys getting after it right now. Emerson Surkowski trying to weave his way through. He is on the lead lap, and he sees this mess ahead of him. He's trying to look at that battle ahead. That is Bardelli Jr., Unichin, and Pavlov. That battle is a great one. Salviev likes to see those guys beating each other up a little bit. That gives him some breathing room. Take a look at our race leader on that right side screen here. Things have settled down a little bit. P3, 4, 5, and 6. Uderson running in the 4th position. Now Bardelli Jr. running in 3rd. He's got a little bit of a gap on those guys now. In the 3 car. He is the lead car, 1 lap down. Take a look at Eugene Fedorov here running in the 7th position. We're approaching 20 laps to go. And the aggression has increased. Eugene Fedorov 2 laps down, running in P7. Dana Grover just behind in the 8th position. He is 3 laps down in P8. Ward Carter 9th, Harvey Shepard rounding out the top 10. Hugo Correa running in the 11th position. Down to the inside, way down on the apron as he coming down pit lane. And it looks like Hugo Correa may be making a pit stop here. So Hugo Correa coming down pit lane here on lap 201. Interesting stop for Hugo. Take a look at Emerson Sierkowski running in the 2nd position. He's gotten a little bit of luck here, but he's 12 seconds down now. And again, he's been stuck sort of behind some lap traffic. But nonetheless, finds himself back on the lead lap. And I'll tell you, if a caution flag comes out, that's going to help him out, I believe. Pavlov having a pretty good battle here, although not for position, is Ben Cage just behind him, running in P6. Fedorov is 7th, Grover 8th, Carter 9th, and Shepard running in the 10th position. Oh, and you see Ben Cage diving out of the inside, really closed in fast on Pavlov. Take a look at Harvey Shepard here running in the 10th position. He's 4 laps down in the 5 car. Hugo Correa behind him, although 6 laps down for Hugo. You saw Hugo just come back down pit lane. And right now, our race leader is Alexei Salviev. Dana Grover in the 89 just ahead. Good battle there. Hugo Correa running in P11. Grover now running in the 8th position. It looks like Pavlov just ahead here. Now Pavlov running in P5. Ben Cage just behind him is in 6th, although he is 1 lap back to P5. Not a sense of urgency, I don't think. Maybe just a sense of wanting to race somebody, but not a sense of urgency to try to get around that car for position. Dennis Uderson. Oh, wheel to wheel right there. 55 car. And Uderson got together. And that was Sierkowski as he's trying to muscle his way through. And Sierkowski gets around. A little wheel-to-wheel contact there in the lead lap car and the lap down car. Sierkowski now finds himself 16 seconds back, so he's got about a 3-second gap before he's lapped again. Kind of see where he ends up. See him go around, and then there's our race leader. Let's bun all Alexei Salviev today, as it has been all season long. Dominated Mid-Ohio, had a little bit of a battle there at Indy Road Course, quite a good battle there at Indy Road Course, but came out in the end of the back half of that race, really kind of ran away with it. And here he is in control at Iowa. As we're starting to wind him down, boys. Getting around the 89 car. Dana Grover going to give him a lot of room. As Salviev showing his dominance in this series. Sokowski second, Bardelli Jr. third, Udichin fourth. Stanislav Pavlov is in fifth. Two laps to go here at Iowa. One lap to go. As the 72, Alexei Salviev dominating the field here today. Down the backstretch into turn 3. All over but the shouting for the 72 car. Coming off turn 4, Alexei Salviev going to take the win here at Iowa. And what a dominating performance. So great job to Alexei Salviev. Getting that wonderful looking paint scheme in victory lane. So great job to Alexei Salviev. Another win. Fantastic race there. And wow, had a couple caution flags to sort of mix things up a little bit. But what a great race there for those guys. Just 3 guys not able to finish the race, but great race here at Iowa. So 3 races, 3 victories for Salviev. We'll take a look at the final results here tonight. Alexei Salviev with the win. Emerson Sirkowski, great race there for him, finishes in second. Claudio Bardelli Jr., my pick to win the race, comes out in the third position. Dennis Udich in fourth. Great race for Dennis. Stanislav Pavlov finishes in P5. Ben Cage ends in the sixth position. Eugene Fedorov will finish seventh. Dana Grover eighth. Gordon Carter finishes in the ninth position. Good top 10 run there for him. He and Dana Grover. Harvey Shepard finishes in P10. Finishing in the 11th position, Hugo Correa. Hank Stedeker finishes 12th. Rivaldo Spindola finishes in that 13th position. And Alexei Martinov failed to make the grid here and finishes in P14. great job to Alexei Salvia getting the win here today. A little bit better position on that car there, so to speak. And we'll see if we can't get Alexei up here in the booth with us. All right, Alexei joins us up here in the booth, and man, caution flags kind of worked out a little bit in your favor somewhat to put some of these cars a lap down, but I don't think you needed it tonight. Talk about how that race felt for you here at Iowa with all these cars.
Hello, Heath. Hello, everyone watching this broadcast. Yeah, I was lucky a ton after first stint. My teammate Henk Steneker was catching me. He got me by 8 seconds at the end, but he decided he wanted to beat me very badly, so he just pitted before me and 15 laps before me and started pushing afterwards. And right when I was like, hey, what if caution comes out right now? You will be a lap behind them. And right at this moment, caution comes out, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is a smooth sailing from now on. I was just lucky to keep my tires in one shape, and then after that, I was kind of locked out.
Well, you did have one other car, initially it was a lap down, and you had to make a pit stop. That car, Emerson Sirkowski, was able to get back on the lead lap, but was there any concern that he was going to be able to weave his way through traffic and maybe close the gap and make a race of it with you?
I think he was too much in traffic, and I also pitted a lap before the caution happened, so not that much. No, he still had a lot of cars to pass, and I had clean air up ahead of me, so I don't think there was any concern, to be honest.
It'll look like the lap down traffic really didn't give you too much problem here tonight as well.
No, on the contrary, I had a bit of trouble. I think some of the BTR boys tried to slow me down as much as they could, which is okay by me. Some of the guys were fighting each other. I had to go 3 wide some of the cases to not to slow down a ton. So it was more of a problem than I thought it would be, but it was fine. Apparently, I just saved it out.
Well, we start off the ovals here with Iowa. Next week we have Gateway, that egg-shaped oval located in Madison, Illinois. Have you been on that in IndyCars? I would suspect you've been on it in the stock cars, but have you raced that track in IndyCars?
I'm not sure if you remember, but my first ever HORL race 4 years ago, I took Indycar on Gateway and I took pole position there. So, yeah, it's great oval to race in Gateway. I'm not so much fan of it in stock cars, but it's fine as well. But Gateway in IndyCar is one of my favorite tracks because it's much like Iowa. You have to save your tires and be quick.
I'm sorry I didn't remember that. A lot of my my brain is filled with making sure I get the dog fed and then taking her out and then setting up broadcasts before that. I personally think that Iowa and Gateway are two of the best. As far as oval courses, I prefer the IndyCars on those tracks.
Yeah, short ovals are great for IndyCar because on the speedways you kind of have only one line. There is not much room for tire saving, not much room for strategy. And there on Iowa Gateway and also Indianapolis as well being a speedway, but still you have a lot of strategy calls to make and to drive safely first and then fast. Which on tracks like Las Vegas, for example, or Texas, you just go fast inside line and that's it. It's a lot of risk to take when going on outside on these tracks. But on ovals like Iowa or Gateway, you just save it out and just go by strategy saving tires.
Well, great job. 3 races, 3 wins, and you got the Superman cape on right now, and I would imagine maybe guys are going to be gunning for you a little bit next week, so I suspect you're going to be ready for them. Great job today, Alexei.
Also free corn.
That's right.
Right. Thanks,
All right,
kid.
man.
Thanks.
See you, buddy.
See you.
That's Alexei Salviev joining us up here in the broadcast booth, and what a great job that he did tonight, man, just dominating the field. And I really thought, full disclosure here, I really thought that with this being an oval track, that would put those other guys in a little bit more of a play for competing for a win with him. But, man, he's shown his dominance at the road courses at Mid-Ohio. That was an absolute beatdown, and he rose to the challenge there at the Indy road course as well. But he had a tough way to go there early on in that race. And here he is dominating at Iowa Speedway tonight. A little bit of luck there, but also it really does a great job. Sometimes you got to be lucky and you got to be good as well. So great job to Alexei for getting the win here at Iowa Speedway. And we'll see what he has in store for us next week at Gateway. We'll take a look at that schedule. Next week we got a 150-lap race at Gateway, that egg-shaped oval located in Madison, Illinois, just on the other side of St. Louis, Missouri, on the Mississippi River. So this should be a fantastic race, and it'll be live right here on TurnLeftTV. And then we're back to the road course at Road America for our final road course of the season. And then the final race of the season will be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, my home track. And that should be a fun one. Back at Indy, huh? Well, don't forget, a little bit later tonight, we will be at Bristol Motor Speedway in a high-octane racing league Saturday Night Thunder. Race number 1 of a brand new season. 150 laps, beating them up and breaking them down at Bristol. This will be the broadcast night. I get out of the broadcast booth, get in the driver's seat, and mix it up with the boys in the Saturday Night Thunder. Tonight's race has been brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. That's EliteHostingUSA.com. How about WordPress hosting, online store hosting, VPS hosting, or shared web hosting? Those also available through EliteHostingUSA.com. Nancy provides our services here at High Octane Racing League. Don't forget to join us over at highoctaneracing.net. Our Discord server quick link is there if you want to join us. That's where we do most of our business. Don't forget to join us there. Thanks for all the patronage here at High Octane Racing League. The High Octane Racing League Tough Trucks will be back in action at Martinsville Speedway for a 140-lap race on January the 9th. That's Tuesday. Things get kicked off at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Some short track action in the Tough Trucks. The Bushwhackers Xfinity Series will be at Iowa. That's right, man. We're going to pull the stock cars into Iowa next week for race number 2 of the season. We had a caution-free race last night at Bristol. What a great race there, 150-lap race. There was even some talk that we got to increase the lap count. That one went so fast. A caution-free race, great race in the first race of the season at Bristol Motor Speedway in the Xfinity Series. He'll be back in action next week at Iowa. The racing starts at 9 p.m. and that broadcast will be live right here on TurnLeftTV. I want to say thank you so much for joining me here on the YouTube channel. Thanks to all those folks who came out and participated in the chat session as well. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, get this race out there for everybody to see, and the channel as well. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please hit that subscribe button. Always looking to get more subscribers. And for sure, smash that bell. You get updates of when races are going live. Again, thanks so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. That's going to do it for me tonight. Thanks so much for all those guys that came out and participated. And we'll see you next time. Congratulations to Alexei. I'm out of here.